All right, this is better. Okay, everybody. Now we're officially recording. We already have an outtake. You got to put the outtakes on too. You got to just flood it, David, right? So anyway, I'll speak first because I'm the septic tank, as I'll be called many times by many people as long as we do these recordings. I'll let Sir David. I just woke him up. He's hungover as always, obviously. So it's my mate David and I. We're gonna do a weekly because I can't be asked to do it more than that or tolerate this fucker. And by the way, swear words. I'm gonna use them, David. Sorry. More than an hour a week is all I can tolerate chatting with Davey. Hold on. First off, David, the advertisements. So this is from. I'm in China, so this is my whiskey. I don't read this, but this was free with the 2 bottles. This is good, sweet Meijian whiskey from China. So Meijian, please give David. We will accept bottles. We don't need the money. We'll accept the whiskey. So this is yes. So this is my good friend Sir David Walker from Whitehaven, England, and we've been mates since the virus years, man. It's God, David, so long, 7 years. But yeah, David, please introduce yourself. Sorry, let's repeat it. Why should people listen to you? Why should they listen to a weekly half-hour podcast from 2 idiots from the States and England? Right? Go ahead, David. Sorry.
I can't really give a good answer to that.
But just just give a brief bio. Give the 3-minute elevator bio of who you are.
Talk about myself for 3 minutes.
Yes, you can do that. You do it all. After a couple more pints, this guy will incessantly speak about himself, but yes. All right, come on, introduce yourself. My name's David Walker from Whitehaven.
My name's David Walker. I'm severely hungover, and I'm going to have a can and let you talk away.
Okay.
Let you prattle on for a little bit.
Well, we need to come up with the name of the podcast, right? That's key. We need a grabbing comment. So, God rest his soul. Was Bobby McKeith, Robert McKeith. He passed away. I was going to start that with him because he and I were, like David and I, both drunkards and quite humorous. And we were in the same city at the same time. It would have been easier. But anyway, so he passed on. So R.I.P. Sir Bobby. So now my second go-to. So David's number 2. He's always number 2, right? But no, I love him, and he's quite humorous. And I think it will be a good catch because as we get into politics later, I'm very depressed. I can talk about England. He may be paranoid. But it's very depressive to me to see a once great nation's people very, what's the words I'm looking for, very cautious and very nervous about free speech. So that's why I'm always hesitant about visiting jolly old England again, because my mouth would get me in trouble over there. Right?
Well, a lot of the bigger political dudes now in England, a lot of the ones who are getting arrested and things like this, like Tommy Robinson, and there's that gorgeous girl who does it. They're all just moving to America so they can speak for free.
Right.
They can actually have free speech. I mean, it's absolute madness what they're doing at home. Like back in England. Well, I mean, they've made it so it's not worth going to work because they're giving everything away.
Right.
It's not worth. No, it's crazy. Everybody's terrified to speak.
Right, but what came up, well, my questions to you, what came up at that meeting? I just haven't had time to watch that rally. What was done there? What was the message? And then has anything come of it? And how did the liberal media portray it?
Well, the liberal media said that there was 50,000 people there.
Right, oh, right. It seemed like there was 500,000.
50,000 people. The whole central London was rammed packed.
I know. It seemed like 500,000 at least. Yeah.
Well, I would have thought so. I mean, they may be over exaggerating with millions, but I mean, there's a lot of fucking people there, man.
Right.
Like, I mean, you can see from the aerials. They were showing the aerials of like, can't remember. It was like last time. It was like the Queen's birthday when she was old, or one of these things. Can't quite remember what it was, but they were comparing that, like, and the amount of people that turned up to that to this, and it looked to be more people at the Tommy Robinson thing than there was.
And what was
like
the message,
Jubilee.
David? What was he? What was TR? I just call him TR. Good old Tommy. What were they saying, and who spoke at it outside of him as well?
No, well, basically, it's a very simple thing. It's two-tier justice is what they're really against. But it's one of the bigger things. But yeah, you want free speech, and the fact is stop letting people in and giving them free things.
Right.
It's like if you keep inviting people to have free stuff, it's like if you're a millionaire and you've got a house and you basically tell anybody who wants to turn up that you'll pay for them, your house is going to be full, isn't it?
And look, and I might get in trouble here because, you'll get to know us more as these come about, and David, we'll have, like, why don't we discuss it with this audience too? And I'll post this on my YouTube, David, so, because I can't send this to you via, right, I can't send this to you, it's going to be too long, right, because we're going to be talking for 20, 30 minutes, what have you. So I'll post it, but David, you got to do the online uploading. But I'm in China, and I'll tell you what, David, they don't give foreigners shit. They take from you.
Well, neither does any other country on earth.
Right. And you wonder why. That's why, again, like why some countries are just kicking our asses.
Well, I always thought one that I always thought was funny from years ago. They had Bill Gates, and somebody had seen Bill Gates taking his kids to McDonald's.
Right.
Right, and there was somebody outside handing out buy one get one free coupons.
Right.
So he took his kids in. He's got whatever the deal was, 2 Big Macs instead of one.
Right.
So he's used the coupon.
Oh, right.
So everybody's saying, "Oh, greedy."
Right. Yes.
Well, he couldn't have won. Because then it was like, I mean, if he threw the coupon away, then be, so Bill Gates is too good for coupons.
Right.
Like he couldn't have won one way or the other.
Yeah.
But the fact is, if one of the richest men in the world is prepared to take free stuff, poor people are going to take the free stuff.
Right.
Who doesn't take free stuff?
Yeah, and there's so many different ways I could angle that. But I like that, so you, like, to go back, you said the two-tier system. So at the crux of it, why America was angry and why we overwhelmingly elected the current president, he might not be that popular currently at a 30% clip, but we're very fickle, right, in the States, is that the populist president, is that was the same thing why the Trumpster got elected. And by the way, we're filming this May 23rd, Saturday, June 2026. Is that he, right, was saying the same thing. Is that Americans are getting shut out. He was pleading to the man that's losing his job, to foreigners, right? I float both ways, and this is another part of this, David, that I say we get all of our mates on with different opinions about it, because I'm open-minded, right? But it's also funny to see how passionate people are about a certain point, right?
Well, I always think it's comical when all these people have the opinion of you should let everybody do what they want, yet they're not prepared to share their own stuff with other people.
Oh, right. Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh.
You should let an unlimited amount of people into your country, but okay, will you let them live in your house?
Right. No, I know that was the big rub, was that they were on about Trump and the fence, all these Democrats, but they live in mansions with fences.
Orders, basically. I mean, it's absolutely insane. I mean, this was the one I thought was funny this week, though, is the Spencer Pratt. Like, he's running in, like, LA or somewhere like this, right? So what's happened is obviously it's the most liberal place in the world. So what they're doing is they're basically saying, well, it's racist to make people get IDs to vote so anybody can vote. It's now backfiring on them because people are traveling from outside of their state to California
Right.
to vote for Pratt.
And
Because you
they'll
don't need-
allow them, the people that are administering it will allow them because they're liberal.
Well, they have to let you because they basically said that there's no IDs. So you can get every Republican to just go and vote for Pratt.
You may as well fly over and just, you know, like.
Well, I can.
Right,
I can because there's no
right,
ID.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
not
that
going
was
to,
the
but
old rub in Chicago with the old Mayor Daley. It's been Democratic. All these shitholes, everybody. As I keep drinking here, I mean, the honesty will spew forth. The big cities in America, as David knows, are shitholes. Trump knows. I mean, they're absolute shitholes. Anybody that's watching me disagree, right? Put a comment in my comment section, and when Davey creates, put a comment, and we will debate you until we have too many people. We'll try our best. But they're historical shitholes, David. Why? Because they've been democratically held for fucking years.
Well, this is it, which for some reason causes crime, but then again, it's because you're too soft on criminals, maybe. But I mean, there was an interesting one there with that guy who was on Joe Rogan all the time, the little guy. I forget his name, but he come out with a good statistic a little bit back there, and they were talking about gun crime in America.
Oh yeah.
Right. So worldwide, America is like the second or third worst place in the world for gun violence and things like this.
Well, yeah, but
If you
my
were
debate
living-
is because we've legalized it, right?
No, but what the argument is you take out the top major crime cities in America. America then falls to like 160th.
Right. Take out Chicago, yeah, Detroit.
It's only 5 places, yeah. Detroit, yeah, basically. Well, for want of better words, wherever there's loads and loads of black people.
Yeah. All right, David. And by the way, we every once in a while we've got to now advertise to our hopeful future advertisers. What beer? Can you hold up the beer can? What are you drinking there?
Well, I'm currently on Black Panther.
Okay, Black Panther. But who's the manufacturer of that? Who manufactures that?
I have no idea, but it's got some sort of Japanesey sort of writing on it.
All right. Well, if you own Black Panther, you know what we drink. We'll hashtag Black Panther, David, on it, so then we can grab their attention and you know. So again,
Yeah,
David and I
burning
we'll get paid in product. We don't need the money. We'll get paid in product. Right?
Yeah. Just
Look, man. You know, again, it's like why Davey's been my mate is that we love politics, and I would love for him to be a chief of staff. I would like to go for. I think Davey would be brilliant in Whitehaven to run for something. Again, I just think I don't see color. And David grew up, and I hate to bring politics into I hate to bring religion into our political podcast, but he and I grew up Catholic, the golden rule. You're good to me, I'm good to you. I don't give a fuck who, what, you could be an alien, I don't give a fuck. The minute you're not, well, then we got problems. Right?
I just think anybody who says things like I don't see colour makes you an absolute fucking moron. It's quite clear.
I do, David. Obviously, I'm not blind. I'm not Stevie fucking Wonder. No, I'm not Stevie fucking Wonder, but I'm just saying, that's not the first crack that I say when I meet someone of a different color. I don't think about it. Now, if they're gonna be racist to me, well, guess what? I'm certainly going to be racist right back. And if they're going to be race baiting in a harsh way, I'm giving it right back to them. That's how I was raised, man. That's just my character.
Well, this is why you can't do that in England. This is the point.
Oh, well, but if you're Muslim, though, you can... Oh, here we go. See, I'm not going to be invited to England. But if you're Muslim, you can rape a white girl and get away with it.
Pretty much, that's the general consensus, or it has been at least. So they could all sit and slag off Tommy Robertson, but he's been the biggest advocate for it all for years and years. And people are actually starting to get done now. So I mean, all these people who would sort of say, "Oh, it's a load of rubbish," and I mean, you're like Piers Morgan and people like this just living in pure ignorance in the tower. You know, like I mean, you are not a real person. You are not a normal person. It's not going to be your rich kids that go to private school. It's
No,
going to be
but
getting
but
dragged in.
David, like fair enough. I mean, at the end of the day, our audience, right? You guys know David and I probably float more right on the political center. But David, I mean, both parties do that. If you're rich, you're rich. You don't give a toss. You know, they don't give a shit about the average person, right?
I just like common sense, really, with things. You know, and it should be just fair, equal, like actually really equal. Well,
Yeah.
the good argument is always, I mean, like DEI and all this sort of
Oh.
stuff. It's the biggest load of shit.
It's like- all right, you opened up those can of worms, and I told you this before. These programs, these social movement programs, are always designed against whatever the perception is of power. And now we get it. You're talking to two white guys, right? I'm heterosexual, obviously. David's homosexual, but that's good. David, you know, do.
Nothing tells a different tale to that.
Well, yeah, that's for another episode. Anyway, so yeah, David, no, like so these social movements, right? Like Black Lives Matter, fucking all this shit. Obviously, black. Why would they even include color if it's not against another color? So then, at the end of the day, who's fucking being divisive and prejudiced? They are.
Well, this is the point. I mean, Charlie Kirk had a good one about that way he's saying you should
And by
do
the
DEI
way,
with
R.I.P. Charlie. He was all right. Yeah.
Yeah. Very sad that. But no, but he was talking about basketball. He's saying, well, okay, why don't we have DEI in the fucking NBA?
Right.
Get a
right.
load of white guys in and watch the quality of the play go down drastically. You know, like it's
Right. And that goes to that goes to anything. And well, it's the same thing with women demanding equal pay in the WNBA. Well, you know why you're not getting it? Because no one watches it. No one gives a fuck.
yeah.
So
because
it's
you're
like-
awful at it. I mean, there's not.
Oh, by the way,
decent
David, we're
black
not
guy.
getting WNBA is not going to promote us. By the way, now with that comment, that's just
Oh yeah, well, I don't think they were going to anyway.
that's
They
not
haven't
our
got the money to
target
promote
market,
it.
right? Yeah.
They haven't got the money for marketing.
Oh, right. Yes. But it's all these crazy demands of wanting something that you've never worked towards. But you know, and then on top of it, I can empathize as I get older now with all these pensioners wanting more money, their Social Security as we have in the States. What do you guys call that in the UK, where you get when you're retired, you know, and you paid into your taxes? What's that called?
Well, it's a state pension. It's a state pension, I think.
Right, and now I can totally, as I'm now 51, I can totally empathize with all these old timers across the world that in the Europe, that's why everyone comes to ours, because their countries don't have it, right? That's another reason. That's probably the main reason they flood to ours. So I can totally empathize that they want an increase because they see all of the handouts that our governments are giving to these migrants.
But I mean, to be honest, right, you can have a look through all the different grants and different things that they do in the UK. I forget the name. There's a website there. I'll have to have a look for it. But there's genuinely like hundreds of thousands of different types of grants, and some of it's just fucking insanity.
Oh. Oh, David, you're talking to an American. This is what Elon Musk was cutting out. He's like, do we really need to fund castration in Uganda for, you know, like, I mean, what the fuck?
There was one there where they were doing like something like to do with like LGBTQ fucking whatever, like a cartoon, like an old cartoon or something like
Yes,
that. But in
yes.
like somewhere like Uganda or whatever, and it's like you're not going to go to one of these countries where there's actually still masculine people kicking around.
Yo,
I think that you're going to start burning people.
This is why I want, like, why I want to visit Africa is that they are like you can say how everything switches, but they, and again, like I'm open-minded, man, gay friend, like I don't care. As long as you're cool to me, as long as you don't try to promote shit, as long as you don't want to get shit for free off of me, I'm good to go,
Yeah.
right? But these African countries, man, David, they're fucking awesome. Man, woman, they're old school, bro. Old school.
Oh, no, I mean, well, the thing is, the problem is the ones who actually want to work are better at it than we are.
Yeah.
Like, as in work, I mean, you only have to say in the Polish in England, they're just graft machines.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, can you? Yeah, but can you blame them? Can you blame them?
Well, no.
I
Well,
mean,
if you work out like the average wage, like where I am now, so I'm in Cambodia, and the average wage is about $5 or $6 a day for an
oh
normal
right,
person.
and they work very hard, but yet they are at the end of the day they're the sweetest people. They still have smiles. I think that's the land of smiles. Thailand, we're not getting. I got to watch my mouth. We're not going to get advertisements for Thailand, but fuck Thailand. Cambodia is for how hard those people are at their jobs in the dead of heat, and making $4 or $5 an hour. Like not even an hour, a day, right? As you said, yeah.
Well, this is it, but that's a day. But when you compare that to England, say, where the average wage is, say, working out, say, in dollars, say,
an hour, $4 an hour.
No, but I mean, it's normal like $200 or $300. Well, it's going to be like $200 or $300 a day is about the average wage in England.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Say $200 a day.
Yeah.
The fact is, though, is if you turn around and sort of swap that back money-wise, it's like you would work every hour God sends.
Yes.
When you get $200 a day instead of $5 a day, you're going to work every chance you get, aren't you?
Well, I always think I go back. Yeah, I know. I go back to the Trumpster, his first go around, and I think he even said this back whenever I'm losing my mind as well. But this was, when did he win his first year? What was that? 2000, 2004, right? Oh no, 2000, David, right? His first term. So this was even before he got elected. But this is very philosophical and absolutely true. And this says it for England, for Europe, for all these established nations that provide benefits, socialized benefits that other people want to come to, right? And Japan as well. We'll talk about Japan in another episode, right? Or another, whatever we call these things, episodes or whatever. Is that the Trumpster said, it's not what's wrong with America. And he's basically speaking for all of our countries. He goes, it's not what's wrong with our countries. It's what's wrong with their fucking countries.
Well, this is it.
And everyone, everyone got their knickers in a bunch going, oh, how can he say that? It's absolutely fucking true. Like, why are they leaving? Why are they leaving their countries? Like,
Yeah, but why would you want to leave somewhere that you don't like and try and change it into the place that you don't like?
Right, exactly. Like, yeah, you're not leaving because it's awesome, right? Like, yeah.
Well, just the thought I've always had is like, when you see places like Spain and things like that where English people go on holiday,
right?
The first thing to do is open an English bar, an Irish bar.
Right, yes. To make it like home.
Say, well, why did you go on holiday to Spain? Or fucking don't like England?
All right. Well, this is then our first disagreement. I think those are two different matters. They might enjoy the culture. They might enjoy the culture, the ambiance, obviously the fucking weather. Right? They don't come from Whitehaven, right? But they like the comfort of having a proper British pub.
Yeah, but why would you want to change it to more like where you're from? I don't get it. Like it
no,
defeats the
David.
object.
That's why we're having this. That's why we're having this channel, because we're talking about the ills of politics, the ills of government, Davey boy. It doesn't mean, like, I miss Chicago pizza like it's going out of style. Now, if I had the wherewithal, I'd try to open up one here, but my God, the Chinese, they wouldn't know what the fuck it is, right? Like, like they wouldn't eat it, right? It would be a stupid business move. But sure, man, if I knew that I would open up a Chicago pizzeria, man. Yeah.
Well, it's the same as all these poor Afghanis and that. Like, all they really want to do is just, you know what I mean? A little bit of rape. That's all they want. just a little bit. It's like just make it a little bit more like home.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody should stop going to other countries and changing the culture, including us.
All right, well, let's go. This is number one. What do you think our title should be? I like Two Drunk Yanks Abroad, but that was with departed Bobby McKeith. I mean, we gotta throw in our nationalities. Like we should say, I don't know, a dumb, a dumb Brit and Yank abroad. I don't know. Like I don't know. What do we? I don't know.
Across the Pond's a good name, actually.
Yeah. How about drunken across the pond?
Drink the pond.
No. Drunken would be, how would you phrase it in England? Being drunk, we would say you're drunken across the pond, meaning cheers. Or how about cheers across the pond? That's pretty catchy.
You're making it sound weird. You're making it sound homosexual.
Well, that would be your demographic, Dave.
Definitely won't
by the way, everybody, that's going to be a whole different one, and I'll battle both him and Quinny, thinking that I'm a puff. Is it all right to say puff these days?
I don't know. You're the master. It's whatever you're comfortable with.
Let's get back on that's good. And this is where you put the blurb to our next episode where we talk about our mistakes in sexuality that we've had. All right, so Davey, come on, let's get up with it. Well, we'll think about a name. How about this? We do a voting, but we're not going to have any subscribers. I only have about 750 on mine. But I'll put a subscribe. We have to have a vote. If you had a lot of vote to change it. But anyway, all right, Davey. I think the content should be exactly this. I think you've got loads of mates. I've got loads of mates. I think we just try to. People aren't good nowadays of being on time, right, to anything, especially these younger generation. I say, like what we do to Dom, we just try to catch somebody. But legally, we have to say, hey, Dommy, if he answers, Dommy, by the way, you're on our podcast. Right? Because if afterwards and we post it, he's going to get his panties in a bunch and fucking,
You can't just ambush people.
Right. It used to be all right, but you can't, because if we make any money, they'll sue the fuck out of us, right? Like, yeah.
Yeah, I know, but no, it's ambushing people's no good. I mean, I always think it's funny these guys get beat up with these YouTubers. I always enjoy watching it.
No, I get it. Well, that's because you're sick. David, no, I'm just saying, but how else can we, you can't schedule anybody anymore. No one even abides by his schedule. We need to just ring our mates. Unfortunately, I've got limited mates because I'm an asshole, but you've got loads. We just ring a different person, a different perspective. We try to get someone a different perspective than just listen to us ramble on, every episode, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think it'd be easier if you had questions, really, to, keep a little bit of structure.
Yeah, well, I mean, enough of our nonsense about the daily week. I mean, we can go on for 5 or 6 episodes, but I say we still just start ringing people. I think that's funny because you look at most of these setups online, they already have the interviewer there, it's structured, but that's what happens when you have a lot of money to play with. We've got zero, right? So I think for us to be creative and drawing people's attention, right, that we do it that way. We just start ringing people, right? So obviously our next one that will always answer when we come ringing is the Mankey.
So your plan's to attack your friends and catch them off guard. That's your plan.
I'm American, David. That's what we do best, son.
You're going to have 3 more people to ring after one day.
Dude, I still laugh at that one. So the Trump man, I mean, look, at the end of the day, he hasn't really made my life better at all. But I still think he's just comical. He is just a comical, at least he's interesting. Well, Biden at this point in his presidency, he didn't even know he's president. It was he's a zombie. He was an Alzheimer's zombie. There, I'm losing all our Alzheimer's subscribers, but they don't know what they're doing anyway. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, Trump at least keeps it interesting, doesn't he, David?
Well, it's fun. That's the whole point. But whether that's a good quality to have
As a president, right?
country,
As a prime minister, right? Yeah, but I thought Winston Churchill was funny. I thought he was witty. He was witty as fuck. Like, yeah.
Oh yeah, he was clever. I mean,
Yeah.
no, I mean these people are smart, are generally smart in other ways as well.
Yeah, yeah. But but the Trumpster, you remember? So you met with the Japanese prime minister, short little sweetheart. Have you seen her? The Japanese prime PM.
Oh yeah.
Very short, very sweet. So, you know, Trump was friends with Abe. That's their whole conservative party in Japan. And she was like the J.D. Vance to him, right? Now that's coming to power, right? The late Abe, he died as well. So she comes over, and Trump's bigger. She's such a little sweetheart. She gives him a big hug. Trump, you know, like, I think he even kissed her on the cheek, which is so inappropriate, you know, like these days, right? And so, but they sit down, and anybody, like, again, we could put the link to that. But Trump, they're talking about, I think I told you that, right? They're in the interview, and they asked, a Japanese interviewer asked, President Trump, why didn't you notify your allies in Japan that you were attacking Iran? And they're sitting at the Oval Office, those two chairs. I think I shared that with you, saw, right? So he goes, well, Japan never notified us about bombing Pearl Harbor.
It isn't funny. I mean,
I know, right? But her face just dropped. She's like, you know, like, holy shit, you know, yeah.
What do I do now?
right. But
no, things like that are happening.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you know, and then now I wanted to talk about, we'll talk about content about this as well. Let's go on. We'll ramble on, Davey, for another 12 minutes or so for this, and then we'll talk about what we need to talk about maybe after I click off and have the video. So I'm in China. David's in. Well, first off, let's ask the big gorilla question, right? Of why we are too. I think we should include expat, David, in the title of our name of this podcast, because why are we not in our countries? Right, so let me go on why I have been living in Asia since my military days. Right, I've been abroad since my military time because pluses and minuses. Right, the whole second. Davey says the second tier crap. I think it's third tier, fourth tier, fifth tier. So it is completely DI is completely reverted it to where. I'm a white, I feel I'm heterosexual, Davey. That's, again, another podcast. White, heterosexual, Christian faith man. So I'm like the big three that is DI is against. So where my ancestors, we were number one, to where just after 30, 40 years, I'm at the fifth tier. Right? So not only am I not getting jack shit in my country, I'm getting taken advantage daily in my country, right? So this is the reason why I'm in Asia. Not only am I employable and have a job, but I'm not really getting as fucked as I am in my own country, right? Now, Davey, can you explain why you've made Asia and not the UK your home? Can you explain it?
Well, truthfully, I just didn't know what to do at home, really. Like, even when, things were going well, he said, there's nothing to do. Like, I don't understand what you're meant to do with your time.
But I mean, look at your ancestry. Like, I mean, the story, that's another story, David's grandfather. But, I mean, that's another beautiful episode that David, you've got to, talk about. But, I mean, compare, all right, elaborate, Davey. I'm sorry I interrupted, but I mean, you can compare your ancestry to,
Well, I don't know. I've still got this big belief, right? The year 2000 was a big turning point, I thought, in England. And the thing is with it, I don't know exactly why, but it does all seem big with all this Sharia stuff in my eyes, I think. Obviously didn't know that then. But do you remember on year 2000 they were on about the millennium bug and all this, all the computers are going to fail.
Y2K, right?
Y2K,
Yeah.
right? So the idea is I think that was their first test to see how fucking much you can fuck with people. Like, so, because there was a lot of people believing it. I mean, there was people building bunkers and things like this because the date might change on your laptop. You know, but the difference is that was when they started changing the laws in England because for some reason they just went absolutely anti-pub, which changed England completely. Like, there's nobody in pubs anymore. You can drink cheap if you drink in the house. Out of the prying eyes of all the foreigners who you're offending.
right, yes. And by the way,
And
sorry to interrupt, David. I said him that bit. I don't. Who flew the departing Pakistanis? Jesus, why am I trying to be politically correct on our own fucking podcast? The Paks. They flew them out and they gave them sausage links. They deported them from England. Whoever was in charge of that, hats off to you.
Well, it's funny. I mean. Well, have you heard Rupert Lowe talking about his plan? He says, I just think that if they keep turning up, we'll just get one of the islands on Scotland and just stick them on there.
I know. I'm sorry to distract. Davey's easily distracted. He's like a kid at a candy shop. No, get back into 2000 and why you elected to now live abroad, man. Yeah.
No, well, I mean, to be honest, like living abroad really is, it's just much cheaper here. It's very, very stressful in England. You just need too much money for everything. The prices have went crazy. I've said this for 25 years as well. The energy was always going to be a problem. You dumb fucks.
That's another episode, David, is talking about energy, the efficiency of alternative energy, et cetera, et cetera. We actually disagree. That will be a debate. That will be for another show, but yeah.